don't know. There's a part of me that's like, why create? And I was like, because I don't know, like I feel like that's enough. Like there is this thing inside of us whenever it comes to creating that we don't want to like fully explicitly say why we're creating. It's like you're not being completely honest because you're afraid if you say it out loud, you kind of sound embarrassing, you sound eager, you sound cringe, to be honest. And so I would always be like, no, I don't want to be big, or I don't want to be famous, I don't want to be like an influencer. It's like, yeah, obviously that shouldn't be the objective, that shouldn't be the goal in mind. Even a tiny part of us still wants like a niche audience or reciprocation for the content that we put out, even if we're making it for ourselves. Like I did that for a very long time, and I was like, yeah, this is really fun, but like I really like want to share, because I think as people, as human beings, we crave community, we yearn for feedback, even if that feedback is negative. I'm about to be 30 in a month. I knew like movement in my life right now is trying to explicitly say I want this, or like I'm afraid of this thing, because nothing is gonna blow up just because I said that, you know? Like, do you feel that? I feel like there's a tendency in my mind, even when people are like, oh, what are you up to these days, or what's the hobby? It's like, oh, I have this side project. I'm like a multi-passion person, and I'm not the only one. I'm not unique by any means. My For You page, my feed, as it tells me every day, I'm not unique or I'm not different. Like, this is a lot of human beings' perspective and experience in this world, but there's this tendency to feel like we are unique and different than, I guess, the rest of the world, when the reality is that a lot of us are pretty similar, which is a very discomforting thing to confront, because yeah, like the things that make you laugh on your feed, the things that make it feel like relatable are the things that you see within yourself. The thing that you relate the most with are the things that you probably see yourself saying. So it's like, why are we so obsessed with this uniqueness and being different? Like, I'm not like other girls. It's such a vibe on the internet these days that we're so afraid to be like other people, but the reality is like nothing is wrong with being like other people. Like, you know, like there is a reason why the most niche musicians, the people that you think are the underground people, have like 50,000, 100,000 followers on Spotify. Do you know what I mean? Most niche subjects that you think has a following, because the world has a lot of different types of people. And I feel like that's actually really beautiful. And whenever I do find my niche on YouTube or in other types of the internet, I'm just like, wow. Even in real life, and someone notices like a sticker that I have that's very niche, and they're like, oh my God, I noticed that. And I'm like, have I been found out? How does this person know it? And like, I kind of create a hierarchy. I don't know if you do this, but like, I kind of create a hierarchy about like, well, they don't know it as much as I have. They haven't gotten to the Reddit thread. They haven't gone to like this specific website that I'm not gonna tell to anybody, gonna take it to my grave. And they probably have been there. I have spent a lot of my life being a pick-me to myself. Like, I'm so different. But like, my hobbies, experiences, and my stories are different and slightly modified than other people because of my upbringing and the circumstances that are given to me, my environment. But the way that I experience the world and the way that I interact with the world, the way that I respond to the world, quite ordinary. I think we should take that as a comforting thing rather than as something that is negative, or try to find even more division from other people's experience and divorce our reality from other people. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us are pretty similar. There's a lot of people that are different in this world that kind of prioritize different things, but their experience around the world, like how they feel anxious about certain things, how they say something and how that's being misconstrued. Like, all of these things are like being a human. I order from scratch, I do plantings, and I'm really into photography. I love reading. I used to think these were things that were like very uniquely things that are different. And in my circle, in my specific circle, like that is very unique and different, but then you like look outward outside of your little bubble, you notice that a lot of people have very similar things that they're doing, how they're experiencing in the world. In that same breath, I feel like the same about the things that I create, the things that I care about. Saying like I care about this content or this thing somehow makes me like desperate or very like basic when the reality are the people that are the loudest about the things that they like and the things that they want are actually some of the most interesting people, the people that inspire me the most.